Hello and good evening. So my name is Azlan Bin Bakar, magic number 208471. Basically, I will doing a assignment regarding about this water quality protection in Malaysia, which is the question 1 in the assignment. So my presentation will be talking of 6 different elements, which is the introduction, Water Quality Index, Department of Environment, Department of Irrigation and Drainage, and agriculture waste. Highlighted the oil palm. So to begin with, as we all know, water is essential requirement for human life, activity, industry, agriculture, and others. So we use water mainly in our life to drinking, to clean clothes, or to clean our body, something like that. The increases is in this industry development and growth of population in Malaysia, estimate around 32 million in 2019, cause a lot of water problem. This water quality problem make the destruction of biodiversity, contamination of food chain, disease, and lack of water supply. Mainly, so we can see this effect right now in Selangor, if you can see clearly. So the measurement of this water quality can be used, we can use to measure of this water quality is we can use a water quality index. So this water quality index basically the study to show the quality value of the river or the water sample. So by doing a water quality index, we can summarize whether the water is good or bad. So DOE, which is Department of Environment, will be conducting this parameter or will be conducting this water quality index. It will involve mainly dissolved oxygen, biochemical oxygen demand, chemical oxygen demand, suspended solid, ammonium nitrogen, and pH. So this parameter will be conducting in situ measurement. So we'll be doing this experiment, we'll be measure this parameter, and then by collecting the data, we can categorize it into different classes. So from the classes, we can show it's bad or good. So talking about Department of Environment, Department of Environment is the one that they control the Malaysian quality, water quality. So Malaysian have this Department of Environment, and Malaysia also have a Department of Irrigation. So the irrigation I will be talk the next slide. So Malaysia Department of Environment was created in 15 April 1975. So it was under a ministry. It was under of the Ministry of Local Government and Environment. So their vision is to ensure sustainable development in progress of nation building. Also, their vision is to conserve the environment, to conserve the environment, to well-being for people. So this is Department of Environment. So next is Department of Irrigation and Drainage. So this Department of Irrigation and Drainage is also known as Jabatan Pengairan and Persaliran Malaysia in Malay term. So it was created in 1963. So it was created in 1963. So this DID short form or Department of Irrigation is not responsible for domestic or industrial water supply. So the ID only focusing on water irrigation supply. So if we want to, let's say, if we want to report about water problem, we can go for DOE, which is Department of Environment. But if we want to report about irrigation problem, we can report to the DID. So this DID, mission is to provide engineering expertise service and water resources management, including providing a river management. So the vision was to lead the engineering expertise service and national water resources management. So as we all know, oil palm is the most important product for Malaysia. So it helped change our agriculture and economy. So Malaysia is a top of oil palm supplier in the world. If I'm not mistaken, Malaysia is number 2 in the world. So the byproduct from oil palm is OTP, which is oil palm trunk, oil OPF, oil palm fund, EFB, empty food branch, PPF, palm preserved fiber, POME, which is palm shell, and palm oil meal influence. However, the presence of this oil palm waste, which is create, it make a lot of major disposal problem. So right now, if we see people conducting this kind of problem, like someone dumping the leachate, or someone dumping the leachate, or someone make pollution, we can report to DOE and DIE by going to the link. So by going to the link, we can conduct a e-report. So it will take like a week maybe for them to respond. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon to all my friends and lecturers. Today, I, Stella Humphrey, and my matrix number is 208362, and I will present about the impact on surface, groundwater quality, human health, and way to minimize the pollutant, the waste water pollutant. Okay. This is the issue, the waste disposed to the river, where I get from online. And for the first MWA, crack down on waste dumping at rivers, which is MWA is stand for Malaysian Waste Water Agency. They are checking down who and which industrial that lead for the water pollutant. And the next one is, this happened on last year, where Selangor have a water problem, and the next one is majority happen at Indah Water Consortium, which the water at Indus River has polluted. And the impact of the wastewater to the surface, first is the degrade surface water system. And then next is eutrophication of water source, which is eutrophication. It creates environmental conditions that favor the growth of toxin producing cyanobacteria, and exposure to such toxin in hazardous to human being. And then it also increased depletion of dissolved oxygen, which is, we call it DO. And this DO will result from excessive algae growth caused by phosphorus, and nitrogen is another nutrient that can contribute to algae growth. And as the algae die and decompose, the process consume dissolved oxygen, and this can result in insufficient amounts of the dissolved oxygen and available for fish and other aquatic. And for the second impact of wastewater for groundwater quality is poor drinking water quality. Yes, we know groundwater have been produced uh, for our mineral drinking water. And when the groundwater quality is uh, poor, so our drinking water also poor. And next, for loss of water supply, when our water is polluted and our water supply also will decreasing, and the critical loss is the shellfish habitat such as crab and so on. And next is human health, which is the first one may cause oxidative stress, which is oxidative stress is stand for imbalance between free radicals and antioxidant in human body. And when there are more free radicals present that can be kept imbalanced by antioxidant, the free radicals can start doing damage to fatty tissue, DNA, fatty tissue, DNA, proteins in our body. And then protein, lipids, and DNA make up a large part of our body, and so that damage can lead to vast number of disease over time. For the example is diabetes and atherosclerosis, or we call it hardening of the blood vessel. And besides that, we can human also can have a skin problem, which is have rashes on their skin and itchy skin. Yes, itchy skin. And next is metabolic disorder, which is the metabolic disorder are usually defined as inborn errors of metabolism encompassing deficiencies in enzyme involved in the metabolism of carbohydrates and amino acid derived from protein and fatty acid liberated from lipids. And this metabolic disorder uh, can cause heart disease, cancer, and stroke, and more disease. Okay, for how we can minimize this pollutant is first one is help to clean up beach and rivers. Okay, we can support charities that devote to protecting the water, such as ja- alam sekitar, pencinta alam sekitar, and so on. We can contribute and help them to reach their main objective. And then next is use phosphate-free detergent and dish cleaner, which is phosphate. Phosphate is the is not only the harmful chemicals in cleaners, but phosphate is lead to algae blooms and kills fish and other aquatic animals by reducing the oxygen in the water. And for the third one is dispose of toxic chemical properly. And household which is uh, we should decrease using bleach, paint, ammonia, and many chemicals that can lead that use a chemical property. And then next is green agriculture. Okay, in agriculture, we use pesticide, fertilizer, and this fertilizer and pesticide have a chemical, and we should uh, use organic agriculture, which is use organic fertilizer and pests. And for the last one is the reduce plastic reduction. Okay, 80% of plastic is our ocean. In order to reduce the amount of plastic entering our ocean, we need to both reduce our use of plastic globally and improve plastic waste management. Uh, for example, when we want to shopping, we can bring our own bag to reduce the plastic. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, and hello, Ms. Dr. Hasparina. So I will continue with the question 3, which is the waste characteristic and method to treat waste produce. And my name is Daniel Jipin Ingguai, and my matric number is 209069. And the topic that we choose for this question is paddy. So first thing first, I would like to present the introduction for the paddy. Um, Paddy, also called rice paddy, is a small level flooded field used to cultivate rice in southern and eastern Asia. Wet rice cultivation is the most prevalent method of farming in the Far East, where it utilizes a small fraction of the total land, yet feeds the majority of the rural population. And, and nowadays, I think China and India is one of the most leading leading country with the rice paddy harvesting. So for the second one is the type of paddy waste, and I found there's two types of paddy waste, which is the rice husks and the rice straws. So for the rice husks, it is an agricultural waste generated in massive quantities from rice processing units. It is a waste materials that generate disposal problems such as it is easily burned. For example, like when the rice husk is let it dry at the field, and and obviously it is easily flammable, and it might it might lead to open burning and destroy the field nearby. So the second one is it is the hard protective coverings of rice grains, which are separated from the grains during milling process, and it is also easily collected and cheap when it is sold, and it has always had some use as an energy source for small application. And what it meant by cheap is some some milling company do do sell their rice husks for small farmers, because this kind of rice husks can be used as a fertilizer for the crops. And for the rice straw, it is a vegetative part of the rice plant, and it cut at grain harvest off after they are harvesting. And it may be burned and left on the field before the next plowing down as soil improver or used to feed livestock. And currently, only approximately 20% of rice straw is used for practical purposes such as production of biofuels, paper, fertilizer, and animal feed. And after harvest, most either burned in situ, incorporated in the soil, or used as mulch for the flowering crop. And and one of the rice straw effect if they been left in the field is that it may cause open burning and can cause air pollution or generate leachate in on the field. And other than that, plowing may cause propagate and plowing may propagate fungi and might reduce the quality of the field or the soil. And the method. So for the method to check the waste produced. And for the rice husk waste, um, many rice mills in rice-producing countries have started using rice husks for the energy production for mill operation, as well as household lighting in rural regions, which is gasification, where it converts the rice husks to synthesis gas in gasifier reactor with a controlled amount of air. And one of the common products of rice husk waste is the solid fuel, which is the it can be turned into a pellets and can be used as a as a burning material. And the second one is carbonized rice husk. And this, as you all can see here, this is the black. This is the ash, or we can call the carbonized rice husk, which can be used as a fertilizer or can be used as the medium for paddy crops. And this is me when this is the process to burn the rice husk waste. And as we all can see here, we use a homemade furnace to burn down the husks. And this is the carbonized rice husk. And this is me watering the husks to make the medium damp. And then we spread the paddy seedling to make the new crops. And this is the picture where the medium is ready. And for the rice straw waste, it's suitable for a mushroom medium and also and for the production. And several types of mushroom are able to break down lignocellulose material. And lignocellulose materials is materials where it includes food, agricultural or forestry waste that is mixture of natural polymers based on lignin, cellulose, and hemicellulose. And also, the cultivation represent an economical and environmentally friendly approach to the utilization of agricultural waste. And for the second one is suitable for animal husbandry, and it is traditionally used as bedding livestock. So this is the cow that's been fed with fresh straw waste and also suitable for bedding. And that's all from me. Thank you. Then I will pass to Stella.
For the conclusion, river and ocean is our main water source and we should protect it from polluted. This is because polluted water can bring various impacts to our environment and human health. Besides that, proper way to dispose water are needed and all NGOs should be alert and contribute to save our water source. Prevention is better than cure. And that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.